Hi, I'm Scott Willison, owner of the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. And today we are going to tie a Great Lake attractor fly. Not for the Great Lakes, but just an attractor fly that's pretty great. This is one called the Pumpkinhead Booby. And boobies are kind of an import from our pals over in the UK. They've been around for years, but they're really gaining popularity amongst stillwater anglers in the western states. So this is a great one when nothing else is working. This particular color combo seems to really shine in the summer when trout are deep, hanging out below the thermocline, and you've got a lot of damsels and dragons and things like that hatching. And this is the classic Pumpkinhead color scheme, olive body, orange head, after John Kent's famous Pumpkinhead. So in my vise, I have a size 6 Gamakatsu B10S. And you might be thinking that's an awfully big hook for this fly, but you'll see when we get to the body material, it's fairly bulky, so this is going to give us at least a little better hooking properties with a little bit more gap on the hook. I'm using 140 Denier olive ultra thread, and then I've got some medium olive Marabou here. We're going to pinch off a little bit for a tail. And then I've got my thread kind of part way up the hook. I'm going to tie the tail in up at the front and then wrap back over it just to give ourselves kind of a uniform underbody. So with our tail in place, we're going to pinch off a little bit of that there. We're doing about the length of the hook shank on the tail. You can trim that off. And here is the magic material for the body. This is UV LifeFlex wrap in olive. And I think this is one of the coolest materials to come out in years. You could see it's got all kinds of bits of spandex legs in there. It's got some UV properties, really cool stuff. I think one of the features that makes the booby fly so effective is that not only do the foam floating eyes make it kind of unstable and make it wobble a lot in the water, but it also just displaces a lot of water. So even if fish aren't seeing it, they can feel its presence nearby. So we'll go ahead and wrap this stuff. And I want to take care not to trap too many of these legs, so I'm kind of sweeping everything back as I wrap forward. And then we're going to take it not quite all the way to the eye of the hook because we want to leave a little bit of space to tie in our eyes. So got that locked down. Got a little rubber leg out of place I want to take care of there. Alright. Then we're going to pinch off just another little clump of Marabou here and use that for a short wing. We'll pull that directly off the stem. A couple loose wraps to capture that, and then we'll increase our thread pressure. Trim that off, really make sure you're not obscuring the eye of that hook. And then our wing is awfully long here. We're going to pinch this off so that it's about the length of the body. Don't cut your Marabou with scissors, just pinch it off. It'll look a lot more natural that way. There we go. And now to finish her off, we've got, this is a size medium pair of Rainey's Booby eyes. And before we tie those in, I'm just going to make sure we've got that whole eye area covered with thread. And then this is my favorite little trick for tying in these booby eyes. Instead of immediately trying to figure eight wrap them in, I'm actually going to take 2 or 3 light wraps around the eyes themselves, just right down the center. And then we can just wrap our thread until those situate where we want them on top of the hook. And then we can get a couple of figure eight wraps in there to lock these into place. Can't really tie in lead or brass eyes the same way, but these booby eyes being softer, that works great. And these don't typically require too many thread wraps to get them locked into place. So those are good to go there. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of whip finish behind the eyes. If I can get around them. And then we will cut our thread. And then there you have it, the Pumpkinhead Booby. Pretty easy fly to tie. Of course, boobies can be tied in all kinds of different color combos, but this is one that I found to be particularly effective on the lakes I fish, both in western and eastern Washington. So tie up a few. You can find the materials for this fly and many others at the Confluence Fly Shop in Bellingham, Washington. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we will see you on the water. Thanks for watching.